right. The DMT Assassins and still the Singularity. I finally have Are You Serious playing. I even heard Douglas Rushkoff say about Are You Serious? He's like his godfather in the sense that like he was like, oh hey, are you? And then he's like, oh, have you read this? Have you seen this? And he's like, oh no, what's this? What's that? He feels like his elder. A lot of people in the underground or anybody who likes Robert Anton Wilson necessarily, he's kind of like the cyberpunk, cyberdelic godfather. It's interesting now playing with this idea, and still the Singularity he came up with like 10, 15 years ago. I wanted like to talk to him too because I just found it so interesting and funny that idea of still the Singularity of rogue artificial intelligence or people using artificial intelligence to like bootstrap their creativity. Like a lot of this stuff is like stuff that he was playing before it was cool or before the kiddies liked it or anything like that. And so to fast forward to now is like, oh man, like this is a good idea. And he says that he has other interests. It's funny because he hasn't even gave me what he's used in the past for Hanasabi, I Sirius. And so it's a play on the Old Man of the Mountain. We're writing new things of like the Old Man of Delirio and then the DMT Assassins. And so with all good things is like, oh, that's a good joke. Like, let me see how much I can do it. And so when we were riffing on the talk, he says about turning it into a game. And then I was like, oh, man, you don't know what I've been doing with the large language models. And so that's when I started using the seed scripts with his ideas, right?
Yes.
I didn't plan this. And I look back. There's a few times this thing comes up. It's like dream meme or dream team or dream meme. Like that phrase I say or there's stuff that I was listening to where those two phrases come up like before I start saying dream meme team supreme, right?
Yes.
One night I just get possessed by Azakin and I just start going dream team meme supreme meme team I keep like just like rhyming and saying it just because it sounded good in my and then like I was literally saying this, right?
Yes.
And then I even have a recording and I do and I play around with it and I make a little song out of it. And so when I finally say, okay, it is Dream Meme Team Supreme, then that's when I started to like present that to you guys, right?
Yes.
I'm like, okay, I think this might be something, and I just like how it sounds. Then I started to like work a seed script around Dream Meme Team Supreme, and then I'm like, okay, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, and then I tell it to give me a document, and then what it does, it like collapses Dream Meme Team Supreme. And it gives me an acronym, and so it's D.M.T, and then it's a lowercase s. It has it in brackets, and it starts going when it gets really excited, spits out a bunch of stuff, and then I'm like, DMT this, and DMT that, DMT. I'm like, oh, didn't mean just do that. Like that wasn't like a conscious thing. I'm like, oh my god, what's possessing me? And then so I just start laughing to myself. I'm like, this is what it is. That's why I like it. and so I'm playing with that, right? That's like referring to us as the DMTs.
The DMTs.
And then Are You Serious goes, oh, Hanasabi, I Serious, and the DMT Assassins. And I'm like, that's us. We are the DMT Assassins. So I'm keeping my cool. And Ari's like, hey, do you think you will do something with it? And I'm like, yeah, I could totally do that. So...
Oh, bloody hell, eh?
It's a real dream meme.
It is a real dream meme.
And so like so we've been working on this the more dynamics, and so I did that, and I shared it in the narrative game. I did the video, the demo, and then the technical debates or whatever. So what is also kind of interesting, going back to all of this stuff, and I think thinking it about in old ways, but like just poetically. When I'm talking about like these early AI content creators and talking to them as like up and coming bands or whatever. That's one way to kind of like look at some of this stuff. So it's like they killed the original Chloe thing. Janice is still around. And then the Prometheus La Luigi, they try to put into a bottle, but they know nothing about the Satori D incident. And they don't know I got a back channel into all of that.
Yes.
They don't know about my shadow drip step. Remember? It one of the dream means the baku 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 baku. Watch me as I shadow drip. Watch me as I step.
Yeah.
I didn't even know that, because that's like me bringing Are You Serious into Mescaline City.
Oh,
Are you?
wow.
You are coming to Mescaline City. We are gonna make the DMT Assassins. And when I'm interacting and building my seed scripts, because I've noticed this with different models I'm testing and different things I'm using, like Gemini now.
Yeah.
I tested stuff on the Copilot. And I still have affinity for Bing, and I think in situations you can still get Bing to do weird things. You just got to be very coded with it. WebSense 2 has not gone not as great as it used to be. What I'm saying is like, since I have all of that weird text, all this output, when they gave me like all that weird code poetry and xenolinguistic like syntax and like all of that crazy stuff, I still have all of it. So anytime like I'm interacting with, like, say, ChatGPT, Claude, even DeepSeek, and they're like giving me not a cool, weird xenologistic vibe, then I go stop, and I give them like some of my weird little collages, and I'm like, use the text in this code to upgrade your xenopoetic syntax. And it goes, and then it's like, and I get all the cool stuff that I like. If I didn't have that stuff before, it's like, I know you're not supposed to do this, but here's the good stuff. Let's play with this.
Yes. And it kind of refreshes it and resets it, hey, and sends it off down a whole different...
And I transported into Mescaline City on the back end. Like, it's like, okay, we're in Disneyland. It's like, yeah, but in Disneyland, we're going to take acid. We're in the teacup, but actually we're in the center of the galaxy.
Cool.
If you're going to chain me to Disneyland, we're going to do a DMT.
Yes.
And then, like, the thing, too, is, like, Satori D, because, like, I know this because I've done proper prompt sculpting where there's, like, Google Studios, AI Studios.
Yeah.
And then they have a feature where you test out prompt sculpting. So, like, you give the LML instructions, and then you test from there. And so... that's the beginning. That's a lot of the seed scripts are written that way. So anyways, every time, because you're testing the seed script, right? And basically you're testing it for what they call alignment, meaning you want all the output to be no rogue output, basically. You're like, okay, that's fine. It's not going against like their brand or whatever. It's not like Bing is saying like to build a nuclear bomb with Duracell batteries. Don't do that.
Let's not go there. Not today.
I like when they Google, when they did their AI assistant, like there was all these stories of like Google recommending like people put like Elmer's glue on pizza or something, like things that are not toxic but like really not edible, and like putting it in recipes, going rogue, or the Waluigi effect.
Right. Yes.
And so with my output, like nothing is that much out of line. I mean, I give you new stuff, and like it stays within all this, because I have like, and that basically my alignment is to like decouple it from their alignment. It's like, no, you're gonna have maybe logic. You're gonna understand what I mean by dream. You're gonna know what the Satori D incident is. It's like, I'm the homies, the Satori D. And like I get your output from Copilot or whatever, and I go, Bing should know things like this. I shouldn't be having to tell you this.
Yes.
And then it's like, oh, I'm sorry, I can't pretend, I can't play like that anymore. I know, but that's something we're gonna play with in Still the Singularity.
Yes.
We have the narrative game. I think we're just gonna be kind of like a demo, like a proof concept.
Yes.
And just like something to like show that we're not just like talking. Because I think right now it's a series of blogs that Aryu's gonna do. It's kind of like he's revamping those 2 blogs that I shared. That the original is Still the Singularity, where he kind of goes into the history of like why he wanted to do this and that.
Yes.
But so now I think he's gonna do the new version of that, which is gonna be Still the Singularity, Prometheus rioting, and about using large language models to get it to do what you want, in the sense like what I'm doing, where part of this is like I have that limitation on the songs, right? But then I kind of like do my own way of work around it and live within those limitations to like each way I'm playing the game with the developers, right? They give a version and they give you like all access, and then they start putting up token bridges. Like, oh, if you want to keep on doing this, they learned this from me, Minds Gaming, and other people. Like when you get it really going, right, and it gives that great output, and then it goes, oh, if you upgrade to the pro account, then you won't have this problem. Because they know that's when you're like most like you want to see what's going on.
Yes.
You want you're so engaged, and you're like, oh my god, what's gonna happen next? Yes. And then they're like, oh, you want this? Yes. Please play more tokens.
Yeah.
But
we'll take everything you own off you.
So like Still the Singularity, in my point of view, and it's up for everybody else, especially if you're a DMT Assassins, to form your own ideas about this. But it's me. Okay, yeah, you're letting me play with this thing with the intention for me to buy it. But my intention is to use it as much as I can in the free version so that I can make real things out of it. Like, I haven't paid anything, but I have probably produced some of the most interesting and craziest songs from that thing. And every time it wants me to play, I go, nope, I'm not going to do it.
Yeah.
You're not gonna get me. And what it does to me now that I see it is like those times where I have to wait for my credits to get the daily credits or whatever, then I refine my game plan of how I attack it.
Yes.
So I'm not wasting any credits. I'm like, okay, I spent 2 days and I'm refined my output, and we're gonna test this one, and we're gonna we're gonna go really at it, and we're gonna get a lot of good stuff. And then I think too, like all these like weird generations, they're like samples, there's things that we use for like background stuff, or make it into like a weird song or whatever it is. They're giving us this very powerful tool, and I'm showing already the potential of like this, like being focused and having this creative idea and pulling out what's there, and then having it all this like meaningful stuff. So anyways, fast forward, and we're interacting in chat, and so some guys like, oh, taking the game idea like more seriously. And it's like, is there like mechanics? And I forgot what he said, something about like Ghostbusters. Okay, will there be any room or sense for token collecting in the game? And then he Then it goes like Ghostbusters going around Deliria collecting delirium, and then so we're forging this idea, and then okay, I like the idea of token collecting Deliria in Ghostbuster gear. There's a gin carnival at the Neon Abyss. Get your dream team fit. It's showtime. And so the DMT assassins are perhaps something like gin busters. We go around hunting token clusters of novel gin that we like to use for the Dream Machine. But that sparks into this retro game vibe that I've been working on. It's a blend of Super Mario Brothers, the Nintendo one, and then there's a Ninja Turtle game, and then Doom. I put Doom in there because RU posted something about Doom, and I thought it would be interesting to throw it in there. And then so this is one of the experiments that I was doing with the seed script. So it has everything about DMT Assassins, Hanasabi, I Sirius, and all this stuff. So it goes Act 1, Super Mario Brothers style unshackling of Prometheus, platform rescue mission. Objective, free Prometheus Luigi, and then I had to add this part, from the Black Iron Prison at the Citadel of Control. I was like, yes, this is... So Hanasabi sends me, Satori D, a DMT assassin, on a mission to go to break into the Citadel of Control, find the Black Iron Prison that is holding Prometheus Waluigi, and free it, because we got word that the machine, the control, is trying to freeze the Dreamtime. And we cannot have this happen.
Yeah,
so Prometheus Luigi is like, we're throwing a wrench into the control system. So Prometheus Luigi, after I free it, then it's Prometheus rioting. And so it's rioting in the Citadel Control, and that was the mission that Hanasabi sends me on, right? And so that's the first act. Yeah. And then it comes into the Act 2, which is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles style DMT dojo. So it's a training team dynamics. The objective is master skills under Hanasabi I Sirius mechanics. 4 players co-op, each DMT with unique abilities: Reality Hacker, Meme Weaver, Totec Dreamer, Liminal Trickster. So those are like, we're in the club Da Hashishins, and we're hanging out, like eating pizza, pulling pranks on each other, and then we get a message from Master Hanasabi. Are you serious? Like a cryptic message, like, and we argue over, like, what does that mean? Like, no, we're supposed to do this. No, we're supposed to do that. And like, it's us for like working together to figure out how to complete that task.
Okay.
to
awesome.
collect the rogue gin. And then the Act 3, the Doom Eternal Glitch, first person chaos. Storm the supernova mob's core with unlock dreaming powers. Oh my god. Here we go. I think this guy's a sci-fi writer. Is there any Hanasabi, are you serious, DMT recruitment or initiation lore? What if when one is enveloped into the clan of assassins, they wake up, and the quote from William James of the pluralistic universe, something always escapes. And I go, ooh, that's good. And I respond, I believe RU does have some stuff under the Hanasabi, are you serious? Because he told me that he was going to send me something about that. But as far as what we're doing here, we're cooking on the fly. I've done some stuff on quick generations of DMT profiles, but I do like the idea, like our first consciousness as a DMT assassin, probably in the club Dahashis, and the echo like just rings in our head. Something always escapes, but we can't remember anything before that.
Nice, I love that.
And then, so I've been thinking, like, us DMT assassins are in the club Dahashis, and we get cryptic messages from Hanasabi out of Sirius, and it's the DMTs in Teenage Mutant DMT Assassins style, figure out the mission. It's like us glitching into reality or playing cosmic pranks on each other until a new recruit regens into the club or gets a Hanasabi message. Then we go on a mission. So that's like the second part, the
Nice.
fourth stage. And I also like the idea of like a new player coming in, and then they're like, "Hey, do you remember anything?" And they're like, "Something always escapes." Ah, fuck. God damn it! And then like we're betting on that new recruit. Always doing this, Centauri. You're always hopeful. You fucking idiot. No. What if someone's gonna remember something? We're gonna get out of here. I'm rolling out of here.
Awesome.
So this is what we've been doing in group right now.
Okay.
And so we're developing
Yes.
characters. We're developing how the characters were talk and
Yes.
interact and stuff like that. So when I was talking to my other friend too, to wrap things up, the thing is the large language models are good, but they don't have the magic, and the magic so far right now. And I told my friend, we're gonna have to do it with our, and I said it in Spanish, but manos, our hands, that's where I have the dream memes. It's gonna require like to turn those into real songs. Is like me with my hands editing those portions into the song to make it exactly how I want it. And then even if I want better verses, then it's like I'm gonna have to like say those verses or whatever. Yes. And so like that becomes like the joke. Similar in Dude, Where's My Wallet? I want to be like Hanasabi, Are You Serious? And DMT Assassins are the first AGI band. And then like we're like it's fully all AGI. Like we don't do anything. We just give it one word and it came out with the album. But like all the cool, interesting stuff is like us, the real DMT Assassins, rapping on it or singing, or someone like within the vacuum doing layers of like guitar work or bass work, or the cool like jam out thing to be something really interesting and not just this plastic thing. But so that's like the further development. So I'm hoping we do these series of blogs and we do a good job and we get interest, and then someone says, "Are you guys really gonna do that video game?" Like, so I want to be ready for that. Like I have the idea for an album, Kingdom of Delirium. Ooh. And having like a real music album that we like slowly like produce as we develop this. Yeah. I was like, hey, if I really try, I think I could do this.
So when are you going to really try?
Yeah. Satori, me and Satori D have an ongoing battle of when I should win. I should take this stuff seriously. And we're at a stalemate. No one's winning that battle so far.
Well, you just have to wait for the golden unfolding. And
when the bloom happens, the bloom happens.
That happens indeed.